God's advice today. Have you ever felt that God is trying to speak to you, yet in the busyness of life, His signs go unnoticed? This message invites you to pause, reflect, and open your heart. Perhaps this is exactly what you needed to hear today. Watch until the end with openness, and if these words touch you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell to receive more messages like this. Don't forget to check the pinned comment for a 1-minute prayer and a recommended message to help strengthen your faith even more. God said, "My beloved son, listen to me with an awakened soul, for I have been calling you to this encounter for a long time. You have carried weights that were never meant for your shoulders, and you have walked roads that drained your strength until you were almost empty. But today I speak to you with heavenly authority. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, yes, I will help you, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10. I saw your tired steps, I saw your thoughts fighting against discouragement, I saw your faith nearly fading, but I did not allow it to be extinguished. Do you feel that you are ready for a deep change in your life and in the lives of those you love? Sometimes all we need is a small step of faith to open the doors of abundance, peace, and blessings that God has already prepared for us. A simple 1-minute prayer can be the beginning of a spiritual journey that transforms the inside and reflects on the outside. If you desire to attract more light, balance, and prosperity, both spiritual and material, click on the first comment. There you will find a simple practice, guided with love, that can help you connect more deeply with the divine presence in your life. My child, your story has not reached this moment by accident. I have led you exactly here, because there are promises that can only be born when the soul reaches the limit of everything it believed it could endure. Today I breathe over you a new wind, a breaking of hope, an awakening that transforms what seemed like an ending into a glorious beginning. The previous season was harsh, but in it I planted you deeply so that now I may cause you to bloom where there was once only dry ground. Comment, I choose to believe, even when tired. I know how long the silent roads you walked have been. I know how much of yourself you lost trying to keep the faith while those around you gave up. I know of the days that dawned with your heart heavy and the nights when your spirit searched for answers that never arrived at the speed your desperation asked for. But listen to me, nothing you lived was wasted. Every tear that fell on your pillow, every silent prayer, every attempt to remain firm even while trembling inside, all of this built in you a strength that did not exist before. You grew in the desert. You grew during the crossing, you grew through losses you thought would break you. And today I come near to tell you that your harvest is close. My children who do not give up in the midst of pain become vessels of a kind of glory that cannot be explained, only lived. Comment, I accept God's new in my life. My beloved son, I now tell you, I am opening a new path, a path that never existed before. As it is written, Behold, I am doing a new thing, now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Isaiah chapter 43 verse 19. What I am releasing over your story is not repetition, not a return to what you already lived, not a recycling of what was broken. I am inaugurating something unprecedented, something not based on your past but on my purpose, something that does not depend on human doors but on my voice. So do not fear when I move everything around you, do not fear when I shift you from old environments, do not fear when I remove you from what is comfortable, because the new I prepare requires courage, sensitivity, and faith. The children I lead into uncharted paths are those who trust my word more than the logic of the earth. Comment, I claim my new path. You have lived long seasons where it seemed nothing progressed, where doors closed, where opportunities evaporated, where people drifted away without explanation. But now I reveal to you, it was not rejection, it was preservation, it was not abandonment, it was strategy, it was not stagnation, it was construction. While you suffered thinking you were losing everything, I was rearranging the invisible pieces of your story. While you thought your prayer was ignored, I was laying foundations where no one could see. While you believed time was against you, I was stretching time so nothing would be rushed and everything would happen at the precise moment of your preparation. I do not work with delays, I work with divine precision. Comment, I trust God's timing. I am breaking old cycles that try to repeat themselves in your life for years. For the Son sets you free, and you will be free indeed. John chapter 8 verse 36. Everything that seemed to bind you, every force that tried to sabotage you, every invisible chain that pulled you back into pains that no longer belong to you, I am uprooting it completely. Negative words spoken against you, traumatic memories that tried to define your worth, feelings of unworthiness, shadows whispering that you were not enough, all of that falls to the ground now by the authority of my light. My son, you are not what hurt you, you are not what you lost, you are not what they said about you. You are what I declared since the womb, chosen, set apart, protected, destined for great manifestations. And as you receive these words, let them descend deeply into the chambers of your spirit, for what I am doing in your life is not temporary, not superficial, and not fragile. It is a permanent deliverance, a divine restructuring of your identity and your destiny, a transformation that no darkness can undo. You are stepping into a season where the chains of the past no longer have authority over your steps, because I am the one who sets you free. My child, can you perceive what I am doing within you? I am realigning you from the inside out. I am adjusting your steps so that you no longer walk Dorico Aokte Firiu, but toward what will strengthen you. I am sharpening your discernment so you can easily distinguish my voice from the noise around you. I am cleansing the emotions that once overwhelmed you and healing the inner wounds that shaped your fears. I am restoring your capacity to dream beyond your past limitations. The desert you went through did not break you, it matured your spirit and refined your intuition. But the new season before you requires a completely renewed posture. You cannot enter the new while still carrying the fears of the old. You cannot live the extraordinary while thinking like someone who is still wounded. You cannot prosper while seeing yourself as broken. I am renewing you internally so that you can sustain what is about to manifest externally. My child, blessings are not heavy when the heart is healed. That is why I am working so deeply in your interior, so that your next steps will be firm, steady, and free from yesterday's shadows. Declare, I receive healing and alignment. My child, I declare before the heavens that doors once locked will now open before you with power and purpose. What I open, no one can close, and what I close, no hand can force open. You will witness doors you never imagined suddenly widen with honor. People who once ignored you will now recognize your value. Paths that were impossible will become accessible as if they had always belonged to you. When I decide to move, even your enemies must watch. When I choose to exalt a child, even those who doubted will have to acknowledge my hand. I am the God who transforms impossibilities into testimonies, battles into breakthroughs, and silent tears into celebrations. What I am about to release in your life will be so visible, so undeniable, so filled with my glory that no one will be able to attribute it to anything or anyone but me. You will stand in places you once only dreamed of and witness a shift that will leave you speechless. Every closed season is ending, and every divine door is opening with precision and authority. Declare, I believe in the divine door God is opening for me. My child, this new season requires a mature faith, faith that is not dependent on feelings, emotions, or circumstances. A faith that stands firm even when everything looks contrary. The days of mere survival are over. Now begins the time to advance, conquer, and occupy spiritual and emotional territories that once frightened you. I am training your heart so that elevation does not confuse you, promotion does not intimidate you, and expansion does not cause you to retreat. The path I open for you is not timid, it comes with movement, acceleration, revelation, and opportunities that require readiness. You must walk with a heart awake, a spirit steady, and a posture aligned with this new dimension. Do not shrink back. Do not hesitate. Do not question whether you are worthy. I have declared you ready. What is coming requires courage, clarity, and a stable spirit, and that is what I am forming in you right now. Prepare yourself, my child. Open your heart. Renew your posture. What I am unfolding will demand the best version of who you are becoming. Declare, I position myself for God's new season. My beloved child, receive this eternal truth. The one who began the good work in you is faithful to bring it to completion. Do not worry about speed, focus on stability. Do not worry about immediate outcomes, focus on deep roots. The work I began in you will not be interrupted by attacks, delays, criticism, or contrary winds. What I planned for you cannot be undone by human hands. You carry purpose stamped on your spirit, promise sealed over your destiny, and mercy covering your journey. When I rise to act, no spiritual or earthly force can resist me. Your victory will not be a small, private moment. It will be generational. It will shift your lineage, heal wounds you never spoke of, and illuminate the path for others still walking through deserts. You are a living testimony in progress. Nothing in your life is random, wasted, or forgotten. Every season has shaped you for the completion of what I have designed. Stand firm, my child. What I started, I will finish with excellence and glory. Declare, God will complete His work in my life. But I tell you now, with the power of eternity behind my voice, nothing you lived was random, nothing you endured was wasted, and nothing that broke you will remain as it once was. For this is the hour in which I restore what was fractured, align what was disordered, and heal what was quietly bleeding within you. I am giving you grace for what is ahead, discernment for the decisions you must now take, and renewed strength that does not depend on your own ability. And when your humanity reaches its limit, my divinity will carry you beyond it. When your eyes can no longer see clearly, I myself will guide you by the hand. I am not the God who calls you only to abandon you halfway. I am the God who calls, equips, sustains, completes, and crowns. What I began in you, I will bring to its glorious fulfillment, and your testimony will become a beacon that leads others out of the darkness they are still fighting through. You have waited, believed, resisted, and remained faithful even when everything around you whispered that surrender would be easier. But your perseverance has not gone unnoticed. Your dedication, your endurance, your silent tears, and your unspoken prayers have risen before me like incense. And now the season of hidden growth is giving way to the season of visible harvest. What once felt senseless is about to make perfect sense. Joy will return to you, not a forced smile, not a mask to hide your exhaustion, but a joy that rises from the depths of your soul because the desert around you has finally begun to overflow with living water. You will smile again, and this time it will be pure, effortless, and sacred. Your story is shifting from survival to transformation, from endurance to purpose, from wandering to destiny. And every painful chapter will be rewritten as wisdom, strength, and spiritual authority. The tears you cried in silence will become testimonies spoken with power. Your shame will be exchanged for double honor. Your fears will be replaced by courage that surprises even you. None of this is for your pride, it is so that my name may be glorified in you and through you. Remember this moment, for it will serve as a turning point in your journey. Today, heaven draws near in a way it never has before. Today, the desert loses its claim over your identity. Today, the veil lifts, the chains fall, the atmosphere shifts, and you stand at the center of a divine movement prepared specifically for you. Angels are aligning circumstances. Waters are beginning to flow. Long-awaited promises are awakening. Destinies are being restored. What once seemed distant is now rushing toward you. What was once held back is now being released. You are the epicenter of a transformation that will ripple outward and touch many lives. Lift your head. Straighten your posture. Align your words with what I speak over you. Do not repeat the language of defeat. Do not sabotage your future with thoughts of unworthiness. I have opened a pathway for you, and where I open, no one can close. Where I send, no force can hinder. Where my hand rests, nothing can remove it. And my hand is upon you now. If this word stirs your spirit, respond not with passivity but with faith. Your agreement, spoken or whispered, written or declared, becomes a spiritual act that aligns heaven with earth. Do not remain silent, for silence in moments of revelation can become a hindrance to the blessings prepared for you. Declare what you believe. Stand where I call you to stand. Let your faith become visible, active, and bold. This is the bridge between your desert and your promised land. This is the threshold of a new season that does not resemble the old one. But before I take you deeper, breathe deeply and give thanks. What lies ahead will be better, greater, and more divine than anything that came before. Do not look backward. Do not attempt to decipher why certain people left, why doors closed, or why dreams you cherished disappeared before your eyes. I saw every detail. I permitted every shift. Nothing escaped my control. What you interpreted as abandonment was protection. What you mistook for delay was deliverance from traps that would have wounded you far more deeply than the disappointment you felt. I was not denying you, I was shielding you. The road that looked right in your eyes would have led to loss. The opportunities that glittered on the surface concealed danger beneath. So I intervened. I redirected. I closed what needed closing, even when you cried for it to remain open. I saw what you could not see. I acted for your safety, not your suffering. And now, as I open the new path before you, know this, it has been prepared with details beyond your understanding. There are provisions waiting for you, spiritual, emotional, relational, and material, that you do not yet know you will need. There are people I have appointed to bless you, guide you, and walk beside you. There are encounters divinely arranged, breakthroughs already released, answers waiting to meet you at the precise moment your soul requires them. Everything is already aligned in the spiritual realm. Heaven has already moved. That stirring in your chest, that trembling in your spirit, that unexpected surge of emotion, You feel them because your soul recognizes what is coming before your mind can fully grasp it. The time has come to leave the desert behind. Release the weight of guilt for not being perfect. I did not choose you because you would never fail. I chose you knowing every flaw, every mistake, every fear. I look to the heart, not the outward form. I hear the silent prayers no one else knows you pray. I see the effort you make to believe even when your strength is fading. I have watched you cling to faith when the heavens seemed quiet. And though the silence felt like abandonment, it was in that silence that I was shaping you, deepening you, and drawing you closer to me. I saw you when you were tired but still whispered my name. I saw you when you gave what little you had left. I saw you when you forgave what felt unforgivable. I saw you when you chose kindness despite the wounds you carried. I saw you when you stood alone in faith, even when it cost you relationships, comfort, and peace. Every act of love, every act of obedience, every moment of hope was gathered by heaven. You thought you were walking unnoticed, but the entire kingdom was watching you endure with dignity. Now the pages turn. Now the story shifts. Now the tears transform into power. Now the lonely nights become testimonies of victory. I am lifting you into a higher realm of understanding, strength, and purpose. You will walk with a clarity you have never known. You will speak with authority that astonishes those who once overlooked you. You will move with confidence that no longer depends on human approval. The desert was a training ground, but it is not your home. This is the moment where your identity aligns with your calling. This is the moment where your past can no longer hold you hostage. This is the moment where you step into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. You will see my favor manifesting in unexpected places. You will see doors open effortlessly because they were sculpted for your arrival. You will see restoration in areas you believed were permanently lost. You will see illumination where confusion once reigned. And through it all, I will walk beside you, speak to you, guide you, and strengthen you. You were not created to merely survive. You were created to shine, to lead, to reveal the depth of my love through your own transformation. So rise, my child. The desert season is ending. The new path awaits. And I go before you, now and always. I saw the moments when you gave from your need, when you offered comfort while carrying your own pain, when you let go of things that were good simply because you wanted to choose what was right. Nothing escaped my gaze, your tears, your silent prayers, your willingness to love even when you were hurting. And now, as a father who remembers every seed planted in faith, I reward you. You will not remain who you once were, because the season before you demands a new identity, a renewed mind, and a transformed way of living. No longer will you walk with your head lowered, expecting disappointment, fearing betrayal, or doubting your worth. Instead, you will walk as someone who knows they have a Father who governs the heavens and the earth, a Father who delights in surprising his children, a Father who anticipates every need and is never limited by statistics, circumstances, reports, or impossibilities. I am teaching you to dwell in trust, not temporary trust, but deep, unshakable confidence. You will learn to rest even while everything seems unstable, and to walk by faith even when your steps tremble. I am with you not only in seasons of joy but also in the days of battle. I am your shield, your support, your defender, your rear guard. When you believe you are alone, I am closer than breath. Do not depend on approval from people to measure the depth of my love. Do not wait for others to validate your calling or agree with your journey before you feel safe. Your safety is in me. Your strength comes from me. That is what makes you unbreakable, not money, not titles, not connections, not applause, but the unwavering certainty that I am your God. In this new path, I will sharpen your ears to recognize my voice with clarity. I will teach you to distinguish the human from the divine, the emotional from the spiritual, the noise from truth. Logic will no longer be your primary guide, my spirit will. The road ahead will not be easily explained. Many will not understand the decisions you make, but you will walk with certainty because my peace will remain with you even under pressure. Conviction will sustain you even when explanations are absent. And the more you trust, the more doors I will open, the more confirmations I will send, and the more miracles will unfold around you. You have been dismissed, underestimated, judged unfairly. They have called you a dreamer, unrealistic, excessive. They have mocked the promises you carry, and some have said you are too old to expect something new. But I am the God who renews all things. I am the God who called Abraham at 90, who strengthened Sarah at 99, who lifted Moses at 80, who chose David when everyone else chose his stronger brothers. I am the same God who now looks at you and declares, "It is not over. There is still a plan. There is still purpose." The new path before you will not be defined by ease but by presence, my presence, which will become the greatest sign that you are exactly where you need to be. Do not wait for the approval of people, wait for my confirmations. I will speak through scripture, through signs, through circumstances, through peace. And when I say, go, do not hesitate. Move with courage, move with faith, move with obedience. On the other side of your obedience lies a territory with your name on it, a space prepared specifically for you, a spiritual inheritance that has been guarded for this time. Remember what I did in the wilderness with my people. Their sandals did not wear out. Their daily bread came from heaven. The pillar of fire guided them through darkness. So it will be with you. Even when your natural eyes see no way out, even when resources seem insufficient, even when giants seem larger than your strength, I will be your daily provision. I will make heavenly supply fall. I will multiply what is small. I will touch hearts and cause strangers to bless you. I will send favor from unexpected places. Do not question the purpose of the desert anymore. It was never a punishment. It was preparation. The desert stripped your pride, deepened your dependence, silenced the noise around you, and amplified my voice. You needed to be separated to be sanctified. You needed to be quieted to be healed. You needed to lose certain things to understand that victory does not come through strength but through grace. And now that the process has accomplished what it needed, I release you into the new. But I give you one instruction: do not return to old paths. Do not involve yourself again with what once distracted you from my purposes. Do not accept emotional crumbs, relationships that belittle your worth, or invitations that rob your peace. The new can only remain where there is discernment. The new can only flourish where there is obedience. This is not a time to treat your faith lightly. This is a time to establish your steps, consecrate your decisions, and align your plans with mine. My beloved child, prepare your heart for what is about to unfold. The season of the desert has ended, and now begins the season of harvest, expansion, and complete restoration. I will guide you to places where your voice will be welcomed, where your story will be honored, and where your faithfulness will be rewarded. Everything you lost will become stepping stones for your elevation. Every silence that hurt you will become evidence of my protection. Every waiting season that exhausted you will become proof of my perfect timing. My child, walk with confidence. Your new chapter is being written by heaven itself. In this coming season, Nothing will be missing, nothing will be denied, and nothing will remain impossible for the one who believes. I am with you, and when I am present, no desert lasts forever and no promise remains asleep. This is the beginning of your divine unfolding, a time of new strength, new vision, and new horizons. Move forward with peace, knowing that every detail is under my care. Declare, I receive my new season in God. Everything that is misaligned will be removed, not out of cruelty but out of zeal. I love you too much to let the old contaminate what I am bringing forth. So if someone leaves your life, do not resist. If something ends, do not complain. If a door closes, do not insist on reopening it. I know what is best. I know who needs to stay and who needs to go. I know what will protect your destiny and what will hinder it. Trust my filtering. Trust my care. While you sleep, I work. While you remain silent, I decree. While you wait, I rearrange invisible pieces. And when the appointed time arrives, everything will align with effortless precision. You are not a victim of fate, you are part of a divine orchestration unfolding with perfect timing. And even the moments you thought were wasted were ingredients of your preparation. My child, I want you to understand that your life has never been defined by the opinions of others. What they dismissed, I preserved. What they mocked, I consecrated. What they forgot, I remembered. You were never too late, you were being prepared. You were never too small, you were being shaped. You were never overlooked, you were hidden under my hand until the right time. I did not allow certain things to happen because they would have weakened what I was strengthening. I did not allow certain people to stay because their presence would have diluted your purpose. I did not allow certain opportunities to bloom because they would have distracted you from the greater one coming. Every delay was protection. Every silence was direction. Every closed door was redirection. Every struggle was refinement. Every tear was a seed. And every step you took in pain was registered in heaven as worship. Now I call you into a season where what once drained you will no longer have access to you. The anxieties that once ruled your nights will lose their grip. The voices that once defined your identity will fade into irrelevance. The burdens that once bent your shoulders will no longer belong to you. You will walk in a strength you have not known before, not because you have become stronger on your own, but because my power will rest on you in new ways. You will speak with clarity, discern with depth, love with purity, walk with authority, and rise with resilience. You will no longer merely survive, you will flourish. And the people who once questioned your faith will witness the manifestation of what I promised. Not to embarrass them, but to glorify my name through your story. So breathe deeply, my child, for the time of restoration is unfolding. Everything that was taken will be returned in ways you cannot yet imagine. What was broken will be rebuilt stronger than before. What was silenced will speak again with power. What was delayed will arrive accelerated. You will step into places you once only dreamed of. You will carry peace where there used to be fear. You will carry courage where there used to be doubt. And you will walk with your head high, not from pride, but from the certainty that you belong to me, that you are guided by me, and that nothing can stop the purpose I have set over your life. The chapter ahead is not a repetition of the past, it is a divine unfolding of everything I prepared while you were waiting, trusting, and persevering. I am your God. I am with you. And I am leading you into the new. You will soon realize that your peace no longer depends on apologies you may never receive or on the understanding of those who once misunderstood you. I am giving you a restored heart, a lighter spirit, and a soul free from the chains of old wounds. Memories that once held you captive will lose their grip. The past will no longer dictate your present, for I am preparing you for a future far greater than anything you imagined. Dreams will come to you like visions of dawn, revealing strategies and insights you never accessed before. You will wake with ideas that feel divinely planted, carrying clarity that cannot be explained by your own reasoning. Your intuition will sharpen, becoming like a spiritual compass pointing toward paths prepared long before you knew to ask for them. Confirmation will arrive through unexpected channels, messages wrapped in seemingly ordinary moments, because when I decide to guide you, even the smallest detail becomes a signpost. Things that once felt out of place will find their order. Situations that appeared disconnected will suddenly make sense. Nothing you prayed for was ignored, every cry of your heart was kept, sealed, and preserved until the appointed time. And now, that time has come. If I had released these answers earlier, you would have wasted them, because your heart was still healing, still afraid, still unsteady. But now, after the desert, after the losses, after the inner restoration, you are ready, and heaven has been authorized to release what was held back for your growth. Prepare for days marked by divine visitation, days when you will feel my presence in ways that transform the very air around you. The joy that once seemed lost will rise again like a spring breaking through dry ground. Hope will shine with a brilliance you believed had faded forever. You will find yourself singing again, planning again, believing again. This will not be a fleeting emotional high, it will be a deep spiritual metamorphosis. The heaviness you carried for so long will dissolve. The fatigue that became routine will be replaced by a supernatural vigor. I am renewing your body, your mind, and your emotions because the path ahead requires a soul that is restored, strengthened, and awakened. You will experience moments so profound that you will question whether you are dreaming or awake. I will surprise you with gestures of tenderness, with signs crafted uniquely for you, with answers that arrive in the most unexpected ways. Do not waste your breath explaining yourself to those who do not understand your faith. Do not justify your joy to those who choose disbelief. What I am about to do in your life will be so visible, undeniable, and extraordinary that explanations will become unnecessary. The evidence itself will speak louder than your words. Your light will be recognized before your voice is even heard. The atmosphere will shift when you enter a room, not because of your strength, but because my presence rests upon you. Many will sense a difference around you, a spiritual fragrance they cannot name, a glow they cannot describe, and that difference is me. You will no longer blend into the crowd. You will stand out, be lifted up, and be recognized, not to feed your ego, but to reveal my glory through you. Whoever honors me will be honored by me. Whoever obeys me will be elevated by my hand. Whoever trusts me will never be put to shame. It does not matter how many doubted you, how many questioned your dreams, how many said your expectations were too high. I am the one who turns stones into sustenance, water into wine, death into resurrection. Nothing is impossible for me. No limit can restrain what I am preparing to unfold in your story. So keep your faith awakened, your eyes open, and your heart receptive, because at any moment the news you have been waiting for may arrive, and it will shift everything in your life. The next message that reaches you may lift you out of scarcity. The next opportunity may set a turning point in your journey. Your feet will step into places you never imagined entering. Your eyes will see answers you once believed were lost. Your hands will touch promises you thought had been forgotten. When I choose to act, nothing can stand in the way, not timing, not people, not circumstances, not your past. You are stepping into a divine acceleration, where delayed dreams catch up with you, where closed doors open with ease, where what was once heavy becomes light. This is not random, this is alignment. This is not coincidence, this is fulfillment. The heavens have been moving in your favor long before you sensed the shift. Every struggle refined you. Every delay prepared you. Every tear watered the soil of what is now blooming. You are not rising by chance, you are rising by destiny, by purpose, by divine decree. And yet, as the blessings multiply and as the path becomes brighter, I ask for your humility, your integrity, and your vigilance. Not everyone who celebrates with you should walk with you. Not every voice deserves a place in your inner circle. I am teaching you to protect your peace, to guard your spirit, and to choose your connections with wisdom. Let gratitude be your posture, for the more you honor what you receive, the more I can trust you with greater things. Let discernment be your companion, for this season requires clarity and spiritual sensitivity. Let faith be your shield, for doubt will try to sneak in during moments of transition. Let my presence be your anchor, for it is my presence that sustains you, not the applause, not the opportunities, not the outcomes. You are being elevated, but remain grounded in me. You are being strengthened, but remain dependent on me. You are being seen, but remain hidden in my heart. In this balance, you will flourish without falling, rise without pride, shine without losing yourself. In the unfolding of this new chapter, I will reveal deeper layers of your calling. You will feel passions awakening that had been buried under years of exhaustion and disappointment. You will feel courage rising in areas where fear once controlled you. You will sense my hand guiding you toward things you once thought were beyond your reach. And as you walk forward, you will begin to recognize that nothing about your journey was wasted. Every season had purpose. Every delay had meaning. Every challenge was shaping a resilience within you that could not be learned any other way. The strength you carry now is not borrowed, not temporary, not fragile. It is built from healing, endurance, surrender, and faith. You no longer walk as the wounded version of yourself. You walk as the restored one. You walk as the chosen one. You walk as one who carries my presence with confidence and reverence. So step into what comes next with expectation, with gratitude, with reverence. Do not shrink back. Do not question whether you are worthy. Do not fear losing what I give you, for what I give, no one can take. Allow the new season to unfold without resisting its speed. Some doors will open suddenly. Some breakthroughs will arrive without warning. Some blessings will appear faster than your mind can process. Breathe, stay present, and trust the divine rhythm. You are stepping into alignment with destiny itself. The impossible is becoming possible. The delayed is becoming fulfilled. The invisible is becoming visible. Everything is shifting, not by chance, but by my hand. And as you move forward, know this with certainty: I am with you in every step, in every breath, in every unfolding miracle. What is coming will not just change your circumstances, it will change your life.